Memory is a curious thing, isn't it? It's something we all rely on every day, yet it often betrays us. We forget where we put our keys, the name of that person we met last week, or maybe even an important event that happened just a year ago. The very process of remembering might lead to forgetting. But why is that? And how does forgetting actually benefit us? While memory is essential to navigate life, it turns out our minds are not as reliable as we think. In fact, science tells us that forgetting may be a crucial part of our brain's function. Researchers are uncovering new insights into how our brains process memories, how we forget, and how this process can help us. From fascinating studies on fruit flies to the latest on brain proteins, let's dive into the science behind why we forget. The active nature of forgetting. Forgetfulness is often seen as something passive, a simple failure to retain information. But what if we told you that forgetting is an active process? Yes, your brain actively works to erase certain memories in ways that might actually help you in the long run. It may sound counterintuitive, but research supports the idea that forgetting can be purposeful and beneficial. Recent studies have shown that forgetting isn't just about losing information. It is a process orchestrated by your brain, and it happens for a reason. The brain filters out irrelevant information, making space for the things that matter more. A study published in Nature Neuroscience revealed that actively recalling a memory could lead to the suppression of other, competing memories. This phenomenon, which may sound like a glitch, could actually be a helpful mechanism. For example, when you're recalling details about a specific dinner party, your brain may suppress unrelated memories, such as thoughts about the country China. This makes room for your memory of the dinner to stay clear and intact. Interestingly, this active forgetting process may also serve to reduce the emotional load associated with negative memories. It could even be useful in overcoming traumatic events, allowing people to forget unpleasant experiences and focus on positive memories instead. Imagine if your brain could help you actively let go of a bad breakup or an awkward encounter from years ago. This kind of memory management may be essential for emotional well-being. The role of proteins in forgetting. Have you ever heard of the term Musashi protein? If not, it might be time to remember it, because this protein might just hold the key to understanding the science of forgetting. Researchers discovered that Musashi is involved in regulating how memories are formed and forgotten. This protein plays a role in building synapses, the connections between neurons where information is passed along in the brain. These synaptic connections help us retain memories, but Musashi actively disrupts the stabilization of these connections, leading to forgetfulness. A study conducted on ringworms revealed that when these creatures were genetically modified to not produce the Musashi protein, their memory improved over time. They remembered things better than their regular counterparts, and that's where things get interesting. While the Musashi protein helps create strong connections when learning new things, it also disrupts these connections when the brain needs to let go of old irrelevant memories. This mechanism may help our brains stay plastic and adaptable, an important feature that prevents our minds from becoming stagnant. In fact, if our brains didn't have this ability to forget, we might be at risk for developing mental health disorders like anxiety or post-traumatic stress disorder. Forgetting may therefore be an important component of mental health. Dopamine, the memory builder and destroyer. One of the most interesting aspects of memory formation is the role dopamine plays. This neurotransmitter, known for its association with pleasure and reward, also plays a key role in both forming and erasing memories. Researchers have been studying dopamine's dual role in memory, and it turns out that it doesn't just help us remember things, it helps us forget too. A study published in the journal Neuron examined how dopamine influences memory by using fruit flies. Dopamine helps solidify memories by acting on a receptor called DDA1. When this happens, memories are formed, but dopamine doesn't stop there. Once the memory has been formed, dopamine continues to be released, but now it acts on a different receptor called DAM. This receptor has the opposite effect. It helps erase the memory unless something significant is attached to it, like a strong emotional event. This phenomenon helps explain how we can remember meaningful events and forget the insignificant ones. It's also possible that this is why people with extraordinary memories like savants have such a unique way of recalling information. Instead of having a better memory, they might simply have weaker forgetting mechanisms. This could make them more likely to remember everything, including details that the average person would forget. It's a fascinating twist on how memory works and shows that forgetting is just as important as remembering. The benefits of forgetting. You might wonder, why does the brain want to forget in the first place? After all, wouldn't it be nice to remember everything clearly and vividly? Well, the truth is that if we remembered every single detail, our minds would be overwhelmed. Imagine trying to remember the name of every person you've ever met or the exact details of every meal you've eaten. It would be exhausting. Forgetting allows us to focus on what's important, and it plays a crucial role in emotional health and learning. Forgetting also helps with cognitive flexibility. By letting go of certain memories, our brains free up space for new information and ideas. Think about how quickly we learn new things. If we didn't forget the less important stuff, we wouldn't have the brain power to absorb fresh knowledge or adjust to new experiences. Furthermore, forgetting can help us let go of bad experiences and negative emotions. Just as our brain suppresses irrelevant memories, it may also suppress memories tied to pain or trauma. This can be a protective mechanism, helping us move forward and avoid being trapped by the weight of our past. Forgetting and mental health. The idea that forgetting could be helpful for mental health is not just a theoretical concept. Forgetting is actively being studied in the context of mental health treatment, especially for individuals dealing with trauma and PTSD. It may be possible to use the brain's natural forgetting mechanisms to treat these conditions. The ability to suppress unwanted memories and focus on the present could help individuals heal from past trauma and improve their mental well-being. However, there is a fine balance between forgetting and memory loss. While forgetting negative memories can be therapeutic, it's important not to forget everything. Our ability to remember meaningful experiences, such as loved ones or important life lessons, is crucial to our identity and well-being. Understanding the brain's natural memory management system could help us harness the benefits of forgetting without sacrificing essential memories. Embrace the power of forgetting. So the next time you forget something, don't be so hard on yourself. You're not just being forgetful, your brain might be doing exactly what it's supposed to do, helping you remember what's important by letting go of what's not. Forgetting isn't a flaw, it's a feature. It's an active process that helps our brains remain flexible, healthy, and capable of learning. The more we understand the science of forgetting, the better we can appreciate its role in shaping our mental and emotional lives. Whether it's the Musashi protein or the way dopamine shapes our memories, science is slowly unraveling the mysteries of why we forget and how this process helps us stay sharp and emotionally balanced. In the end, forgetting might be one of the brain's greatest gifts, an essential tool for navigating the overwhelming flood of memories and emotions we encounter daily. So rather than lamenting what you've forgotten, celebrate the fact that your brain is doing its job to protect you from being overwhelmed. And there you have it, folks. So next time you forget where you put your keys, don't stress. Your brain might just be doing you a favor. If you enjoyed this dive into the fascinating world of memory and forgetting, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-blowing science content. Let us know in the comments, what's a memory you'd love to forget and why? We love hearing your thoughts. Catch you in the next one. Until then, don't forget to stay curious.